The text message glowed on my phone screen like a knife to the heart. Christmas will be at Jordan's this year, just immediate family, keeping it small with the new baby. I read it 3 more times, each word cutting deeper. My name is Linda, and I'm apparently not immediate family enough for Christmas with my own parents and sister. The cinnamon rolls in my oven filled my apartment with their warm, sweet scent, the same recipe Mum taught both of us when we were kids. Well, taught Jordan. I learned by watching from the kitchen doorway, like always. My phone buzzed again. This time it was Yasmin. "You okay? Haven't heard from you all morning." I sent back a screenshot of Mum's message. "Those absolute," Yasmin replied instantly. "Want me to come over?" "Not yet, need a minute." I pulled the cinnamon rolls out, their golden brown swirls perfect despite my shaking hands. As I drizzled the icing, my phone kept lighting up with Instagram notifications. Jordan was doing her annual Christmas Eve photo dump. There she was, radiant in her matching family pajamas with Bodhi and the baby. Mum and Dad beaming beside them, already at her house apparently. The caption read, "Nothing better than Christmas with the people who matter most." The people who matter most. Right. I picked up my phone and opened our family group chat. 20 years of messages, birthday wishes, holiday plans, photos of Jordan's wedding, Jordan's pregnancy announcement, Jordan's baby shower, Jordan's everything. "You're being dramatic," Mum had said last month when I mentioned feeling left out. "Your sister just needs extra support right now. You understand." I always understood. I understood when they missed my college graduation because Jordan had a dance recital. I understood when they forgot my birthday because Jordan announced her engagement that week. I understood when they skipped my housewarming because Jordan needed help painting her nursery. My phone buzzed again. This time it was Zara, my old English teacher who'd become more of a mother figure than my own. "Just saw Jordan's posts. Call me if you need to talk." I stared at my perfectly frosted cinnamon rolls. Mum's recipe. The one thing of hers I'd managed to get right, and she wasn't even here to see it. Instead of calling Zara, I opened my contacts, started a new group message. "Hey everyone, last-minute Christmas gathering at my place tomorrow. Nothing fancy, just good food, better company, and zero family drama. Anyone free?" Yasmin replied first. "I'm there. Want me to bring the booze?" Then Zara. "Count me in. My spice cider recipe has been waiting for the right occasion." Brianna. "Better than another awkward family dinner. What time?" Peyton. "Need any help setting up? I can come early." As the responses rolled in, I felt something shift inside me. The hurt was still there, but it was hardening into something else, something stronger. I looked at my phone one last time, thumb hovering over the family chat. 20 years of being the afterthought, of understanding, of making myself small so Jordan could shine brighter. I pressed delete. The group chat disappeared, and with it, the last threads of obligation holding me back. In its place, a new message thread appeared. Real Family Christmas. I smiled as I typed, "Okay everyone, here's the plan." My phone lit up with another Instagram notification. Jordan again, this time a close-up of her baby in a My First Christmas onesie. 300 likes already. I picked up my own phone, positioned a cinnamon roll on my favourite plate, and snapped a photo. The caption wrote itself, "Sometimes the family you choose is better than the family you're born into. Who's ready for a real family Christmas?" Found family, sex Christmas, miracles. I hit post, then turned off notifications. Tomorrow would be different. Tomorrow I wouldn't be the one watching from the doorway. Tomorrow I'd be the one hosting Christmas. And for once, I wouldn't understand. I wouldn't make myself small. I wouldn't step aside. For once, I'd be the sister who shined. "Your place isn't exactly built for entertaining," Yasmin said, surveying my apartment with her hands on her hips. But we can work with this. It was 7 a.m. on Christmas morning, and she'd shown up with more bags than Santa. Fairy lights, tablecloths, serving platters, even a small artificial tree. "I thought you said you were bringing booze," I laughed, helping her unload. "Oh, honey, that's in the car. But first we make this place magical." My phone buzzed. Zara. "On my way with the cider and some extra chairs. Also, that post of yours is getting attention." I checked Instagram. My cinnamon roll photo from last night had more likes than anything I'd posted all year. Comments were rolling in. "Wait, why aren't you at Jordan's?" "Love this. Found family is the best family." "Can I come?" Seriously, though. The last comment was from Brandon, whose dad played golf with mine every Sunday. I hesitated, then replied, "The more the merrier, starting at 2. "You're playing with fire," Yasmin said, reading over my shoulder as she strung lights across my living room windows. "Your parents' friends?" Maybe it's time they saw the other side of the perfect Grant family Christmas. The doorbell rang. Zara stood there with a crock pot of cider and an armful of poinsettias. The smell of spices and citrus filled the apartment as she set up. "Linda," she said, pulling me into a hug, "I've been waiting 20 years to see you stand up to them." "I'm not standing up to them," I said, arranging the flowers. "I'm just living my life." Loudly. "Even better." My phone kept buzzing. Peyton was coming with her new boyfriend. Brianna asked if she could bring her roommate. 3 of my co-workers wanted to stop by. Even my neighbour from down the hall knocked to ask what time the party started. "Your mum's going to lose it when she sees this," Yasmin said, scrolling through the growing guest list. "Half these people usually go to her New Year's party." Good. By 1:30 my apartment had transformed. Fairy lights twinkled everywhere, holiday music played softly, and the smell of Zara's cider mixed with fresh-baked cookies and coffee. The dining table groaned under platters of food. Everyone had brought something. "It's beautiful," I whispered, taking it all in. "You're beautiful," Yasmin said, adjusting my sparkly sweater. "Now stop hiding in the kitchen and host your party." The first guests arrived right at 2, then more and more. By 3, my apartment was full of laughter and conversation. Brandon showed up with a bottle of champagne and a knowing smile. "Dad's at your sister's place," he said. "Texted me that it's pretty stuffy over there. This is way better." Yasmin grabbed my arm and pulled me aside. "Check Instagram." She held up her phone. There we were, all of us, crowded together for a group photo. Fairy lights twinkling, glasses raised, genuine smiles. Yasmin had tagged everyone with the caption, "Real family doesn't exclude. Best found family Christmas ever." The likes were immediate. Comments poured in. "This looks amazing. Why wasn't I invited?" "Now this is Christmas spirit. Wait till Denise sees this." That last one was from one of Mum's closest friends. "Should I take it down?" Yasmin asked. I thought about Mum's text, about 20 years of being the afterthought, about Jordan's perfect family photos. "No," I said, "leave it up. Tag me in it." My phone buzzed again. A text from Jordan. "Mum's asking why Brandon's dad keeps showing them photos from your party." I didn't reply. Instead, I raised my glass of cider as Zara called everyone's attention. "To Linda," she said, her voice carrying through the crowd, "who reminded us all today that family isn't about blood. It's about love, acceptance, and showing up for each other. To real family." "To real family," everyone echoed. As glasses clinked and more photos were taken, I caught Brandon typing on his phone, probably telling his dad how much fun he was having. Perfect. "Your party is all over my Facebook feed," Peyton said, calling me the next morning. "Mrs. Phillips, Bodie's mum, she just commented asking why she wasn't invited to the real Christmas party." I nearly dropped my coffee. "She what?" "Oh, it gets better. She's sharing all the photos and talking about how some people understand the true meaning of Christmas. Pretty sure that's a dig at your sister's fancy closed-door celebration. I opened Facebook to see for myself. Sure enough, Mrs. Phillips had shared multiple photos, each caption more pointed than the last. The comment section was a battlefield of passive-aggressive holiday wishes and thinly veiled criticism. "Did you see what Brandon's dad posted?" Peyton asked. I scrolled down. There it was. "Shame we missed the better party. Next year, Linda." My phone buzzed with another call. "Mum." I declined it. "Linda," Peyton's voice got serious, "I should probably tell you what I overheard at work today. I was getting coffee and ran into some of your mum's country club friends." "Tell me." "They were talking about how weird it was that you weren't at Jordan's. Someone said your mum told them you were too busy to come, but then they saw all the photos with their own kids at your party. They're not happy about being lied to." Another call from Mum. Declined again. "That's not even the best part," Peyton continued. "Remember Sarah from accounting? She was at Jordan's party. Her husband works with Bodie. Said it was the most uncomfortable Christmas ever. Your dad kept getting texts and looking upset, and your mum was trying to explain to everyone why half their usual guests were at your place instead." My phone pinged with a text from Brandon. "Dad just got uninvited from their New Year's party. Mum's furious, says we're going to your place instead, wherever that ends up being. You're hosting New Year's, right?" Before I could reply, Yasmin burst through my front door without knocking. "Turn on your laptop right now. You need to see this." She pulled up Instagram and clicked on Jordan's latest post, a forced-looking family photo from yesterday. The comments were brutal. "Looks so formal. Linda's party seemed way more fun. Why wasn't this open invitation like usual? Missing half the usual crowd. Your sister's trying to do damage control," Yasmin said, scrolling through Jordan's desperate replies, "but she's just making it worse." My phone buzzed again, this time a text from Jordan. "Thanks a lot. Mum's crying and Dad's not speaking to anyone. Happy now?" "Are you going to answer her?" Yasmin asked, reading over my shoulder. "No need," I said, just as another notification popped up. It was Mrs. Phillips again, this time in a private message. "Linda, dear, I just wanted to say how refreshing it was to see genuine holiday joy in those photos. Some people seem to have forgotten that Christmas isn't about exclusivity. I've already told several friends we'll be attending your New Year's celebration instead of the usual affair. You are hosting, aren't you?" Yasmin's eyes widened. "Oh my God, you've got to do it. This is your chance to completely flip the script." My phone was blowing up now. 3 missed calls from Mum, 2 from Dad, more texts from Jordan, but also messages from at least a dozen of their friends, all asking about New Year's plans. "The best revenge," Yasmin said, grinning, "is living well, and apparently throwing better parties." I started typing a response to Mrs. Phillips, but another message caught my eye. It was from Bodie's sister. "Hey Linda, just wanted to say I saw the Christmas photos. Looks like it was amazing. Listen, things are weird here. Jordan's upset. Your mum's calling everyone trying to explain things, and honestly, it's making us all uncomfortable. Whatever happened between you all, maybe it's time people knew the truth." "What are you going to say?" Yasmin asked. I looked at my phone, at the dozens of notifications piling up, at the carefully constructed world of social perfection my parents had built, now crumbling because I dared to be happy without them. "Nothing yet," I said, setting my phone down. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. "And New Year's?" I smiled, picking up my phone again to create a new event. "Well, we can't disappoint Mrs. Phillips, can we?" As I typed out the invitation, I could almost hear Mum's phone starting to buzz with the notifications. Perfect. The week between Christmas and New Year's was chaos. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing with RSVPs, and my inbox was flooded with messages from people I hadn't heard from in years. "Your mum just called me," Zara said, sitting across from me at our favourite coffee shop. "Asked me what I thought I was doing, undermining family values by supporting you." "What did you say?" I told her I was supporting real family values, the kind that don't involve excluding your own daughter from Christmas. Zara stirred her latte. She hung up on me. My phone lit up with another message. Brandon again. "Dad says your mum's been calling all their friends, trying to save their New Year's party. No one's biting." "You know this is going to get ugly," Yasmin warned, reading over my shoulder. "Your mum's not going to let her social circle slip away without a fight." As if on cue, my phone rang. Jordan's name flashed on the screen. For once I answered. "What are you doing?" she demanded. "Mum's a mess. Her friends are abandoning her, and it's all because you had to throw some spite party." "Spite party?" I laughed. "I invited people who actually wanted to spend time with me, that's all." "You invited her friends on purpose." "No, they invited themselves. Funny how that works when you don't explicitly exclude people." Silence on the other end. Then, quieter. "Mum says you're trying to ruin everything she's built." "No, Jordan, I'm just done letting her pretend I don't exist." After hanging up, I opened Instagram. My Christmas party photos were still circulating, but now with a different energy. People were sharing their own stories of family exclusion in the comments, creating a chain of solidarity I hadn't expected. "Look at this," Yasmin said, showing me her phone. Mrs. Phillips had posted again. "Sometimes the youngest generation has to teach us about true inclusion and grace. Thank you, Linda, for reminding us what the holidays should be about." Found family. The post had hundreds of likes, including several from Mum's closest friends. Brandon walked into the coffee shop, pulling up a chair. "You should see what's happening in the country club group chat. Your mum tried to say you've been refusing family invitations all year. 3 people immediately posted screenshots proving otherwise." "Screenshots of what?" I asked. "The group photos from every event you weren't invited to, the ones where people kept asking where you were, and your mum made excuses. Someone made a whole collage." Yasmin whistled. "That's savage." My phone buzzed again. This time it was Bodhi's mother. "Linda, dear, I've been thinking about all those times Denise told us you were too busy for family functions. I owe you an apology for believing her. We all do." "They're turning on her," Zara said softly. "All those years of carefully managed appearances." "Speaking of appearances," Brandon interrupted, "wait until you see what my mum just posted." He pulled up Facebook. His mother had shared a photo from my Christmas party, side by side with one from Jordan's. The contrast was stark. Genuine joy versus staged perfection. The caption read, "Real happiness doesn't need filters. So glad we'll be celebrating New Year's with Linda and her inclusive family gathering." "Your mum's going to lose it," Yasmin said, but she was grinning. She already has," Brandon replied. "Called my mum screaming about loyalty and tradition. Mum told her tradition doesn't excuse cruelty." My phone lit up with another notification. Jordan had posted a new photo, her perfect little family in their perfect living room, with a lengthy caption about focusing on what matters and choosing peace over drama. The first comment was from Mrs. Phillips. "Sweetie, sometimes peace means acknowledging when we've hurt people. Have you asked yourself why everyone's choosing your sister's gathering over yours?" I watched as the likes on that comment climbed higher and higher. "You okay?" Zara asked, touching my hand. "Yeah," I said, and meant it. "I just never expected that people would see through the facade," Brandon finished. "They always did. They were just waiting for someone brave enough to crack it." My phone buzzed one final time. A text from Mom. "I hope you're happy with what you've done." I looked around at my real family. Zara's wise smile, Yasmin's fierce loyalty, Brandon's quiet support, and typed back 3 words. Actually, I am. Your mother just went nuclear, Peyton announced, bursting into my apartment 2 days before New Year's Eve. She thrust her phone in my face, showing Mum's latest Facebook post. It was a long, carefully worded message about toxic individuals who manipulate social situations, and the pain of watching someone you raised turn against family values. She hadn't named me directly, but everyone knew who she meant. Keep scrolling, Peyton said. The comments are the best part. Mrs. Phillips had struck first. Denise, dear, perhaps it's time for some self-reflection. We've all seen how you've treated Linda over the years. The floodgates opened after that. Dozens of comments, each one more damning than the last. Years of witnessed slights, remembered exclusions, and overheard remarks laid bare in the court of public opinion. My phone rang. Jordan. Make it stop, she pleaded. Mum's losing it. She's called every country club member personally to defend herself, but it's just making everything worse. That's not my problem. She's telling people you're mentally unstable, that you've always been jealous of me, that what, Jordan? That I'm the bad guy for not quietly accepting being erased from my own family? Silence. Then, it wasn't like that. Really? What was it like then? Explain it to me. Explain Christmas. You know how Mum is about appearances. The baby's first Christmas had to be perfect. And perfect meant pretending I don't exist? More silence. You know what's funny, I continued. I didn't actually plan any of this. I just stopped playing along. All these people reaching out, sharing their own stories of being excluded or pushed aside. That's all Mum's doing. She created this situation. I'm just refusing to hide it anymore. Bodhi's family is mad at me, Jordan said quietly. His mum keeps talking about how she raised her kids to stick together no matter what. She's not even coming to our New Year's dinner. I heard she RSVP'd to mine. Everyone did. Do you know how embarrassing this is? Mum's best friends are choosing you over her. My phone buzzed with another notification. Mum had made another post, this time sharing old family photos. Missing the days when family meant something, read the caption. The comments were brutal. Is this from when Linda was away at college because you couldn't afford to help with tuition but bought Jordan a car? Notice who's missing from most of these pictures. Denise, this isn't helping your case. They're calling her a narcissist, Jordan said, her voice cracking, saying she's getting what she deserves. Isn't she? She's our mother. Is she? Because mothers don't usually exclude their children from family holidays. They don't usually pretend one child doesn't exist to make the other look better. They don't usually... Stop! Just stop! Jordan was crying now. Everything's falling apart. Dad's golf friends uninvited him from their New Year's game. Mum's bridge club kicked her out. Even Bodhi's starting to ask questions about why we never stood up for you. My phone buzzed again. A message from Brandon. Mum just posted the screenshot of your Christmas invitation text, the one where you said everyone welcome, right under your mum's rant about you being manipulative. The timing is chef's kiss. Linda? Jordan was still there. What do you want? What will make this stop? I looked at my phone, at the stream of supportive messages and shared stories, at the years of carefully curated family photos being torn apart in the comments, at Mum's increasingly desperate attempts to control the narrative. I don't want anything, Jordan. I'm not doing anything. I'm just living my life openly instead of hiding in the shadows so you can shine. If that's destroying Mum's social standing, maybe she should ask herself why. But my New Year's party starts at 8. You're welcome to come. Everyone is. That's kind of the point. I hung up as another notification appeared. Mrs. Phillips had shared yet another post. Looking forward to celebrating New Year's with people who understand that family isn't about exclusivity or appearances. Thank you, Linda, for showing us a better way. The first like was from Bodhi's mother. The second was from Jordan's mother-in-law. Perfect. New Year's Eve morning started with a bang, literally. Someone was pounding on my apartment door at 7 a.m. "Linda, open this door right now!" "Dad!" I hadn't heard his voice in weeks. I opened the door to find him red-faced and breathing hard, still in his running clothes. "This ends now," he said, pushing past me into the apartment. "Good morning to you too, Dad. Do you have any idea what you've done?" He paced my living room, looking at the party preparations Yasmin and I had started last night. "Your mother can't even leave the house anymore. Everyone's whispering, taking sides." "Taking sides about what? The truth?" He stopped pacing. "The truth? The truth is, you're destroying this family out of spite." "No, the truth is, you and Mum spent years pretending I didn't exist unless you needed something. The truth is, you excluded me from Christmas and didn't expect any consequences. The truth? We didn't exclude you. You were always difficult, always pulling away." "I have the text, Dad. Mum literally told me it was immediate family only, meaning I'm not immediate family. You twisted that. You took it to social media, turned our friends against us." "I posted about having a party with people who actually wanted me around. Everything else, that's all Mum's doing, her lies, her excuses, her attempts to paint me as crazy or jealous. That's all her." My phone buzzed. Brandon. "Heads up, Mum just posted the video from Christmas, the one where your mum told everyone you were too unstable to attend." Dad's phone buzzed too. He pulled it out, face darkening as he read. "Who recorded that?" he demanded. "Does it matter? The truth's coming out, Dad. All of it." He sank onto my couch, suddenly looking older. "Your sister's marriage is struggling. Did you know that? Bodhi's family keeps asking questions about why they never noticed how you were treated. His mother is talking about generational trauma and toxic family patterns." "That's not my problem." "Not your problem? You're tearing everything apart." "No, I'm just not hiding anymore. There's a difference." My phone buzzed again. Yasmin had posted photos of our New Year's Eve setup. "Getting ready for tonight. Can't wait to celebrate with our chosen family." Real family. New Year, new traditions. Dad's phone immediately lit up with notifications. 60 people, he said quietly. 60 people cancelled on your mother's party to come to yours. People we've known for decades. Maybe they're tired of pretending too. He stood up, straightening his running jacket. "Your mother's coming over later. She wants to negotiate." "Negotiate what?" "Terms. She'll publicly apologise, say there was a misunderstanding about Christmas. In return, you cancel your party and come to ours. Everything goes back to normal." I laughed. "Normal? You mean where I disappear so Jordan can shine? Where I get edited out of family photos and uninvited from holidays? That normal?" "Linda." "No, tell Mum not to bother coming. There's nothing to negotiate. My party starts at 8. Like I told Jordan, everyone's welcome, even you and Mum." "You know we can't come. How would it look?" "Probably better than it looks now." He moved toward the door, then paused. We never meant for you to feel." "Feel what, Dad? Unwanted, unimportant, because that's exactly how you meant me to feel. You and Mum just didn't expect me to stop accepting it." My phone buzzed one more time. Mrs. Phillips had posted again. "Looking forward to tonight. So refreshing to see young people breaking toxic family cycles. Some parents could learn from their children's wisdom." Dad read it over my shoulder, his face falling. "That's Margaret Phillips, your mother's oldest friend." "Was her oldest friend," I corrected. "Things change when people start telling the truth." He left without another word, shoulders slumped in defeat. Through my window, I watched him walk to his car, phone already pressed to his ear, no doubt calling Mom about his failed mission. I picked up my own phone and opened Instagram. Posted a simple message. Doors open at 8. New Year, new traditions, real family, everyone welcome. No exclusions, no exceptions. Choosing joy. The likes started immediately. The first one was from Bodhi's mother. The second was from Jordan. At 7:45 p.m., 15 minutes before my New Year's party was set to begin, Mum showed up at my door. "You need to stop this," she said, pushing past me just like Dad had done that morning. She froze when she saw the transformed apartment. Fairy lights, champagne towers, elegant appetizer spreads. This looks exactly like my party setup. "I learned from watching you," I said. "You know, from the doorway, since I was never actually invited to help." She flinched. "Linda, please, everyone's coming here instead of our house. Do you know how humiliating that is?" "Actually, I do. Remember my college graduation party, when everyone cancelled because Jordan announced her engagement the day before? That was different. Or my 30th birthday, when you moved the date because Jordan's baby shower was more important? Your sister needed—" "No," I cut her off. "Jordan didn't need anything. You needed her to be perfect. You needed me to be invisible. And now you're mad because I refused to disappear." The doorbell rang. Mum jumped like she'd been shocked. "That'll be Yasmin and Zara," I said. "They're coming early to help set up." "Your old teacher? Really, Linda? Replacing me with someone who actually showed up for me? Yeah, really." I opened the door, but it wasn't Yasmin and Zara. It was Mrs. Phillips and her entire family, including Bodhi's mother. "Linda, darling," Mrs. Phillips hugged me. "We came early to help. Oh, Denise, I didn't expect to see you here." Mum's face went white. "Margaret, I can explain." "No need," Mrs. Phillips said coolly. The screenshots and videos explained plenty. More people started arriving. Brandon and his parents, my old college roommates, co-workers. Each new arrival made Mum shrink further into herself, especially when they barely acknowledged her presence. At 8:15, Jordan walked in, alone. "Where's Bodhi?" Mum demanded. "With his family," Jordan said quietly. "Who are all here if you hadn't noticed." The apartment was filling up fast. Yasmin started the music, Zara began pouring champagne, and the party quickly took on the elegant, warm atmosphere that Mum's parties used to have. "This should be at my house," Mum said, watching her friends laugh and mingle. "These are my friends." "Were your friends," Mrs. Phillips corrected, passing by with a champagne flute, "before we saw how you really treat family." Mum spun toward me. "Fix this! Tell them it was all a misunderstanding." "A misunderstanding?" Jordan stepped forward. "Like how you told everyone Linda was too unstable to come to Christmas, or how you've been making excuses for her absence for years. Jordan, you can't possibly—" "Can't possibly what, Mom? Notice how you've treated my sister, because everyone else has. Even Bodhi's family saw it before I did." The room had gone quiet. Everyone was watching. "I did everything for this family," Mum said, her voice breaking. "Everything to make us perfect." "No," I said, "you did everything to make us look perfect. There's a difference." "Linda," she pleaded, "what do you want from me?" "Nothing. I don't want anything from you anymore. That's what scares you, isn't it? That I stopped needing your approval. That I built something real while you were busy building something that looked good on Instagram." Jordan touched Mum's arm. "Maybe we should go." But these are my friends." "No, Mom," I said gently. "These are people who chose kindness over appearances, who chose real family over perfect photos, who chose me." Mrs. Phillips raised her glass. "To Linda, who taught us all what family really means." "To Linda!" the room echoed. Mum looked around one last time at her carefully curated social circle, now raising their glasses to her invisible daughter. Then she turned and fled, leaving Jordan standing awkwardly between worlds. "You can stay," I told her. "Everyone's welcome, remember?" She hesitated, then picked up a champagne flute. To real family. To real family, I agreed. As midnight approached, I watched my sister mingling with my chosen family, saw her truly laughing maybe for the first time in years. Mum's perfect world had crumbled, but something more authentic was rising from its ashes. Sometimes karma doesn't need help, it just needs witnesses. These are the last of them, Yasmin said, helping me pack away the family photos Mum had left behind. The morning sun streamed through my apartment windows, highlighting the empty spaces where generations of carefully curated memories had hung. My phone buzzed. A text from Jordan. Mum's selling the house, says she can't handle the memories anymore. Or the neighbour's whispers. You okay? Yasmin asked, watching me read the message. Surprisingly, yes. I placed the final photo in the box, my high school graduation, the one where Mum had positioned me slightly behind Jordan. It feels like cleaning out an infection. The doorbell rang. Mrs. Phillips stood there with a casserole dish. Comfort food, she explained, stepping inside. Though you seem to be handling everything remarkably well. Linda? Jordan's voice called from the hallway. She appeared behind Mrs. Phillips, looking uncertain. Can we talk? We settled around my kitchen table, the casserole steaming between us. Yasmin squeezed my shoulder before tactfully retreating to the living room with Mrs. Phillips. Bodhi moved out last night, Jordan said quietly. Said he needed time to think about what kind of family he wants our son to grow up in. I'm sorry. Are you? Yes, despite everything, you're still my sister. She picked at the casserole. You know what Bodhi said? He said, watching you stand up to Mum made him realise how much we all enabled her, how we sacrificed real relationships for artificial perfection. My phone buzzed again. Dad? Your mother's not well. She needs you. I showed the message to Jordan. She's not sick, Jordan said. She's just lost control. For the first time in her life, she can't manage everyone's perceptions. And that's my fault? No! Jordan met my eyes. It's all of our fault. We all played our parts. I got to be perfect, you got to be invisible, Dad got to be proud, and Mum got to be envied, until you stopped playing. The doorbell rang again. This time it was Zara, carrying a familiar-looking photo album. Found this in my attic, she said. Every school event, every achievement, every moment your mother missed, I kept them all. She opened the album. There I was, winning the state writing competition, performing in the school play, graduating college, all the moments that never made it into Mum's carefully curated family narrative. I kept thinking someone should witness your life, Zara said, even if your mother wouldn't. Jordan flipped through the pages, tears forming. I never knew about any of these moments. That was the point, I said. My achievements might have dimmed your spotlight. God, we were awful to you. You were children, Mrs. Phillips said, rejoining us. Your mother was the architect, but Linda, you've built something better than she ever could, something real. My phone buzzed one final time. A group text from Brandon to everyone who'd been at the New Year's party. Same time next year? The responses flooded in immediately. Wouldn't miss it. Already marked my calendar. Real family, real celebration. Jordan watched the messages pop up. Think you could add one more to the guest list? You're already on it, I said. You always were. That's the difference between Mum's way and mine. I don't exclude family, even when they've hurt me. She reached across the table and squeezed my hand. I don't deserve a sister like you. No, I agreed, but you've got one anyway. We spent the rest of the morning looking through Zara's photos, Jordan asking questions about each moment she'd missed. Mrs. Phillips added stories about Mum's carefully hidden reactions to my successes. Yasmin ordered lunch. Brandon stopped by with coffee. As my apartment filled with the warm chatter of my chosen family and one blood relative finally choosing differently, I realised something. Mum had spent decades building a perfect family image, only to watch it shatter. I'd spent 1 week being authentic and built something unbreakable. I closed Zara's album and opened my phone's camera. "Everyone squeeze in," I said. The resulting photo wasn't perfect. Some eyes were closed, smiles were crooked, hair was messy. But every face glowed with genuine joy. I posted it without a caption. It didn't need one. Real family speaks for itself.